And the one thing here that happens, it's very common, and even I see this happening with in the black belt level, right? A lot. It's when the person starts getting your half guard. So I'm here, don't get the underhook. He beat the knee shield, right here, and then he start putting chest on chest. And I see lots of black belts, okay, even black belts, high level. They push the knee, okay? And when they start pushing the knee, the opponents grab their head and they torque my face. He start torquing my face here, and they try to recover. Then it's gonna be a nightmare, right? So as soon as your opponent gets the half guard, you gotta frame his arm. You cannot let your opponent touch your head or hug your head, okay, ever. As a self-defense, it's just like he's punching your face, right? So to prevent him to punch my face, I just frame here. I frame his biceps. I'm not too worried about grabbing his wrist, because if I grab his wrist or the sleeve, he can use his shin over my forearm, break my grip, and then hug me. And by hug me, that means he can push me, okay? So I keep here. If my opponent grab my collar down. If you grab my collar, it's still bad for me. I cannot accept the collar grip of my opponent when he's on the half guard or when he's on the side control, okay? I must frame, and I need to deal with this. I need to break this grip. I like to keep the frame here, right? And I go with my hand, my opposite side here, on the hand that's under his neck. And I grab his thumb, put on the same side of the 4 fingers. I'm not torquing his thumb. I'm just putting the thumb under his thumb here. Once his thumb is on the same side of the 4 fingers, it's easy to break the grip. Instead of being here, just like try to break like this, okay? So I go here, and then I break. So once I break his grip, try to hug me down. I don't let him hug me anymore, okay? There's so many things that can happen here, okay? And I use this a lot, even against black belts, and works really well. This is my favorite thing here when the person starts putting pressure on me, okay? Sometimes your opponent will hug your waist, okay? Turn around. Sometimes his arm here will go around, hug my waist. Yeah, he's gonna hug like this, like super tight. And actually, it's really hard for me to recover the guard. So I take advantage of this move that he's doing on me, okay? So he's strapping my hips. I can't skip the hips, it's impossible, okay? So what I do here, I put all my weight on his forearm. I just curve my back like this, okay? So I have a lot of weight. Try to take your arm out. His arm is trapped underneath of me. I did on purpose. And now I use my leg that's between his legs to sweep him. So first, I skip just a little bit to pop my knee out. I can do it 2 ways. I'll show you both ways, okay? I can pop my knee out like this, or I can keep my leg inside. As long as I have my the inside part of my knee under his butt, okay? Right on his hips, okay? So what I do right now, I use my toes on the mat, and I just change the hips right here, like this. I just do this. I sweep everyone like this, okay? And then he's trying to post right now, try to come back. His arm is underneath of me. So easy for me to just come up, okay? Again. So I'm here, don't start getting the half guard. He trapped the arm under my lower back, great. Grab my collar, don't let him grab your collar. The best way for you to not let your opponent to grab the collar is to bring his elbow to his body. Okay, so he squeeze his arm against his body. Try to grab my collar, it's hard. If I let him open the elbow, he can grab my collar. If that happens, I need to break the grip. Once I break the grip, I use my toes on the mat. Even if, especially when he's trying to jump my leg, or if he's hugging my knee, like, yeah, tapping my knee here to try to pass, that's when I use the move. I just turn this way, okay? And when I get here, of course, I gotta underhook his arm, and then I start coming up. Look, I'm using his forearm as a foam roll. You know when you go on the foam roll right here, right, to do massage, that's what he's doing for me here. Try to take your arm out, he can't, so now I'm on top, okay? It seems like, oh, come on, Professor, you're gonna show this? Man, I do this against high level guys. Right, guys? Raise your hand. What is the name? Hey everyone, don't forget to like and comment on this video, okay? This is very, very important. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's help us, okay? We help in the community, we help your jiu-jitsu, and hope you enjoy it. Us. So, look, again, I have two ways for me to do this, okay? One is when he tuck his arm under my lower back. When he does that, I'm like, oh, nice. See you later. So easy. Every time they do this, every time. And then after a while, the person will be like, oh, I cannot hug like this anymore. Let me hug more under his shoulder. Because at least if he tries to sweep me, I'm gonna post my hand. Exactly. Okay? But that's what I want too. So when I'm here, I force him to post his hand and then I underhook. Okay? I don't fight with the underhook here. Like this. It's not gonna work. Okay? So first I'm moving this way. He's gonna post, I underhook. Okay? When I underhook now, I have easy access to start playing the half guard to attack his back. Right? He's gonna feel uncomfortable right here. Okay? He's not gonna pass your guard anymore. Right? He's not gonna hug your head. If you hug my head here, he's in trouble. It's so easy for me to start just duck under and go to his back. Okay? So for now, let's just warm up with this. Pay attention on how I use my leg here. I trap with my toes on the mat here. I have my knee under his butt. Okay, and I do this. I do this. Okay? Yes, Josh? Tilt. I tilt my hips, right? Like this. Okay? So I trap his leg so he can't pulse the leg anymore. So I just do this. You know what is the name of this muscle? Adductor. Adductor. Yeah, adductor. Okay? So the girls like to do this a lot at the gym. My jiu-jitsu fighters should do that too. You like to play guard together. So I'm here, trap my lower back, hit trap, one foam roll, underhook, come up. When I come up here, I want you guys to pass the guard. So once I get here, now, the way to pass the guard is not keeping your knee inside the legs. You gotta pop your knee out right away. You gotta just put your foot close to his butt. Okay, once you put the foot close to the butt, it's gonna be very uncomfortable for him and easy for you to pass. I trap his head with my shoulder and my jaw, okay? Side by side of his face. Now what I do, I move to the side. I don't go like to mount here. Okay, I move to the side and then I can wipe this leg over and I tuck my foot inside. Okay, right here. And I put the side of his leg on the floor. Now I start taking my shin out and I play butterfly guard from the top. I'm playing butterfly guard from the top. Now I can choose to mount or to wipe to the side to get on the side control. Okay? Because once you take her foot out, it's going to be really hard for him to play half guard. Okay? When you're passing the guard here, it's going to be just like, you know, when my foot is stuck inside here, it's like I take my shoes, my tight shoes off. Like I will pop my heel out first. Once my heel is out, he can't control me anymore. If you mount, you gotta be ready to attack his back. Okay? Just keep that in mind. When you mount, you gotta be ready to attack the back because the opponent will be desperate to try to bridge and flip you over and get on top of you. A lot of times you think about mount, but you don't think about anything else. So when you mount, you're already aware. So when I mount here, let's say don't move bridge down hard, like this. I kind of like loosen up my weight and then attack his back. I gotta relax. It's like opening a parachute. Like, and then he moves by himself and then I'll attack his back. So I cannot be like super tight because then, right? So when I'm here, he's gonna breathe, I relax. Let him go by himself. And then I attack his back. Okay, that's what you need to have in mind. Again, last one, then we're gonna work. So I'm here, he scoop the hand under, block, okay, foot on the floor, sweep, underhook, get on top, Move to the side. Put your toes inside, okay? Push his calf. Make sure you're playing hooks guard here. So your shin goes all the way to the other side. So now my knees are outside. Wipe my leg, get on the side control. Or when I mount, he's gonna breach, relax, and get his back. I want you, when you mount, to have that reaction of your partner, okay?
Do you do this sweep from your bear hug class when you have both hands, or only from the one hand?
No, I can do when he's like grabbing hand and arm.
Like when he's already got under your hip?
Yeah, like this. Here, like this.
No, when he's body locked under your hip.
Oh, I think he's like here.
Better, even better. So I just block here and this, woo, boom, done. Okay. He's gonna fight to not accept to get on bottom. Fight. I just stay here, block him, okay? Make sure you bring your foot close to his butt. Here first. Hook the leg, pop your knee out, mount, he's gonna bridge, relax. Look, I open. You see that I open my hand. Let him move by himself, and then I take his back, okay? Any question? Yes. Oh yeah. So when I'm here, you grab me. I'm blocking here first. I always need to use this hand here because I make him weak right here. Frame his neck. So more pressure you put on me, more uncomfortable you get right here because of this frame. So I go with my thumb under here. So I grab 4 fingers over his hand, thumb under, just pop his thumb, and then break the grip. And once I feel that, I'm gonna do the sweep. The next one is when I go to the sweep, he pulls the hand. He pulls, I underhook, and then I bring him up. Change my hook, pulse my elbow on the floor, and then just stop right here, okay? Just work on both, all right? So one time you go with the foam roll, the second time you go to the back. When you go to the back here, when he pulls, underhook, bring him up. And now look my leg. I change my leg. My outside leg goes over. Now I have freedom here. Why? Because my bottom leg is free. So I can come up and I'm still trapping his leg. A lot of times people, they trap like this. If you figure 4 like this, you're trapping your leg in the middle. So you're gonna be stuck. You can't come up. So you gotta change your leg. So now your bottom leg is free. And then you come up, okay? So work on both, and then I'll show you the next. 1, 2, 3. I know a lot of people, they like to pass like on their feet, like Toriano pass, and sometimes you lose the grip, or you trap the leg and the person like starts putting the weight on you. Jiu-Jitsu is, it requires like contact, right? You gotta be close. Like even though he's passing far from you, like one time during the fight, he's gonna try to be close to you, right? So if he pass my guard, he needs to be chest on chest, right? If you take my back, he needs to be with your chest on my back. So he's gonna be close to me, right? The concept about like framing the arm works on the side control too. Let's say if I'm here and then he got on the side control, I got a frame here. Don't push the leg only because then you're gonna get beat up here, okay? So always here. And then you can escape the hips and then recover the guard. I don't have like flexibility like like a noodle flexibility like Nikki, right? But I have good frames. I know how to place my frames. So that way make my guard like recover really good, okay? So again, we're back here, okay? We understand right now if you pulse the hand, pulse your hand. Yeah, if you pulse the hand and then I underhook, I have easy access to his back. Okay, I just need to shrug and bring him over. I can bend my knees and then I got his back. I need to force him to pulse the hand like up so my head will be free. Because when he pulls the hand on the floor here, and then I hug and I try to hold the back here, he's gonna put his armpit against my elbow. I can't take his back. I need to bring my knees to my chest. I pinch my knees and I bring my knees to my chest here. So I force him to pulse. Now, it's easy for me to come up, okay? Right now, let's say I got here, he got the underhook, right? I didn't have time to frame. He's doing a really good job to be close to you here. Okay, it's hard for me to put my hand inside. It's okay. Two things you can do. One is grabbing his belt. If he doesn't have the belt, you can grab the lapel like this. Okay, it's okay. All right? Keep the frame here. You're gonna use the same thing, same concept. But let's say Dom is super heavy. Because my hand is on top. I'm not gonna have time to underhook him, even if he pulls a hand. I'm gonna do the same thing he's gonna pulse. But I don't have time to let go and do it all this. By the time that I do this, he's gonna close the hand again. So I'm not gonna have time, okay? So keep here, or the belt. I'll grab the belt. So sometimes your opponent will try to sprawl, like do a nice sprawl, like heavy hips on me, exactly. So he's gonna be with such a heavy hips like this, right? Because he doesn't want to give space to you. Use the same concept here. You can go with your foot over his leg here, or just between his leg, okay? It's gonna be really quick. You're not gonna do that for a long time. So you're here trapping. You're gonna bring this foot, my outside foot, near his hips and I place on the floor. And now I'm gonna use my knee to push him over my hook, like this. By the time your opponent will fight with you to try to go back to the other side. And that's when I bring my knee to my chest, here. And now I use the bottom leg to sweep him. And then I come up, okay? So I just bring his hips, I brought his hips over my hook. It was outside, okay? So I'm doing this, and then he's forcing back to come back. That's the time that I sweep him. But when I sweep, it's not just kicking. When I sweep, it's hooking his hips, his groin, and bringing my knee to my chest, like this. So his hips is gonna be over my hips. When his hips is over my hips, it's easier for me to come up. So now, shoulder on the floor, hip up. When I do this, I lift his butt, and his head goes down, so I can sweep it. Okay? So I'm here, I'm framing him like this. Dom is like trying to press the guard. He's giving me a hard time here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring him close to my leg. I place the hook. By the time that he's trying to come back, I bring my knee to my chest. You see? I don't sweep here with my legs stiff and straight. I need to bring my knee to my chest. And now, I use the bottom leg to sweep him and then come up. He's gonna breach. Relax. Take his back. Okay? Just like, let him move underneath of you. You relax just this part, okay? Your feet may be closed, but your knee like open. Let him move by himself, okay? Let me do this side. So I'm here. One thing that I can do too, I can get the wizard here. If I have long arm, I can get the wizard here, okay? Like this. It's even better because then you're gonna end up on the techniques that we learned last week. So I'm gonna bring him back, gotta place the hook. I'll try to sweep. Dom is making such a base. I can place my foot on his thigh, and then I can submit him, like we learned before. I'm just forcing my opponents to put on, to be on my hook guard. And sometimes because we play only spider, de la riva, reverse de la riva, like we forgot about that. Once the person locked their space, you're just like, oh, you let him hug your head, and you kind of like, oh, pass my guard. No, you can't give up. You gotta have this movements, okay? You gotta work with your leg under his hips. Even sometimes here, look, if I can frame like this, I use the same concept to go to the one leg X. I start bringing this way, and I push with my knee this way. Now, I get the X guard, you know, right here. And I can start playing guard with it, okay? So again, you can do the wizard if you want. If you're not, you can just tuck your arm in. You don't need to grab the collar. Okay? Don't be strong. I go one, hook. And look. I grab from the biceps here. I slide my hand to his wrist so I can push his wrist against his belly. And I bring my knee to my chest here. I call this like I'm loading him up. Bottom leg on the floor. And now I elevate my hips without kicking my leg, because if I kick my leg here, he's gonna side smash me. Okay, don't stretch your leg. Keep your knee pointing outside, okay, always, and just lift your hips. I do this. You see, my knee is here. My knee goes on the side, on the spot of my hip, like this. and then I just take my knee off the mat. And more I lift and jump close to him, easier for me to sweep him, okay? If you feel like any trouble with your opponent basing after you get a sweep here, base down. Let's say I'm trying, it's not working. I can use my bottom leg to sweep his leg. And then I come up, okay? And once I get here, I get the wizard, I got my points, I hook his leg, step my foot here, and then finish him. Same concept, same thing, okay? Let's work on that. You guys have any question? No? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
With over 10,000 hours of training content across nearly 5,000 individual videos, we're here to help you reach your highest level of achievement. It's available online, wherever you are, and made for people just like you. Excuses disappear when you set sight on your best self. With Atos Online training in the palm of your hand, you're unstoppable. Quit wasting time and start developing your competitive edge with Atos Online. Join today and get started for as little as $25 a month. Your future is worth it. Train smarter, study more, be legendary.
Like close to my hips, put your hands over my hips. Like this. It's gonna be hard for you to get that hook, okay? So what you do here, as you frame with this hand here, you push yourself up like this, then you go. So then you find a space to place the hook, okay? So if you keep, like if your opponent keep like too close to your head to head here, it's not good for you to get the hook. You're gonna get the hook on his knee, and I need my hook on his groin, okay? So I can step my leg on his calf, and then I scoop up like this, okay? And now I use my knee and my foot on the floor just to turn it tilting this way, and I place the hook. Now I start getting the hook. I like to mount here. The reason that I go straight to mount is because if I sweep, I go to the half guard, he can single leg me. He can go back like this, okay? Because I'm overhook, okay? If I'm underhook, then I can land on the side control, on the half guard or side control, okay? But since I'm overhook, when I sweep him, I like to step this leg over. So I can end up here, and then he's gonna bridge, and then you relax, okay? So we learned that when he bridges, like we do this, but when you do this, you give too much space. It's just this, look. It's just move your foot like this. You wipe both feet together when you mount, when you turn, like say, bridge really fast though. My hook's already there, okay? Because if I just move this leg, I don't have the bottom hook, you know? So when you bridge down. I already placed the hook, so I'm already in his back, okay? So when you move, when you bridge, you take one knee off the mat, and the bottom leg, you wipe, okay? And then you take his back, all right? Let's go, 1, 2, 3, go.